So chances are you are probably spending this summer at home. Registered dietitian Michelle J. Lynn has some fun and tasty ideas, though, for backyard camping. Oh, you're in a tent. How cute.
Yes, I'm in a tent. And I think, too, if you have a tent, set it up in your backyard and it's like you're going away on a vacation. And if you don't have a tent or a backyard, you can always build a fort. And you're going to tell your kids we're turning off the Wi-Fi because we're really roughing it. We're really camping here.
That's a great idea. And you've got some great food ideas as well.
I do. Yes. So now when you're cooking at home, too, it's great because there's things that you can do that normally, when you're on a campfire, you can't control. So if you were to do some grilling at home, of course, I'm always like grill some vegetables. So here I got some different veggies here. I've got some eggplant, some zucchini. I also got cauliflower. Cauliflower goes really well on the grill. Season it with some seasonings. And I also am grilling some grapes. Grapes actually make a really nice dessert. And, you don't grill them for as long as the veggies, but they are very good to have as a dessert. So grapes only take about 2 to 3 minutes. You just want them to blister. And I actually put some balsamic vinegar on them and some sea salt, and it really tastes really good.
I bet
now, remember also,
that's kind of like a really fancy dessert, I bet, right? Because I bet the grilling the grapes makes them much sweeter.
Yes, yes. And so I actually like to add a little bit of salt on them because it just brings up the flavors more.
Okay. All right. I interrupted you there. Go on about the cauliflower stuff, too. That looks great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I put on some curry powder and garam masala seasoning, but you can do whatever you like. So, salt, pepper, whatever, Italian seasoning, just do it. And one important tip is your skewers, you want to soak them in water the night before so they don't burn when they're on the grill.
Okay.
Yes. So now, of course, one thing that's great when you're actually at home is you can actually have freezer items, right? So things like popsicles, things like freezies, you can actually eat them when you're at home. And so I have this great recipe for just make your own popsicles, and it's just 3 ingredients. So just blueberries, some plain yogurt and honey, mix it all together. If you want a nice swirl pattern, don't over mix it. And then I just put them in little molds like that. And then you freeze them. And then 6 hours later, you have these really delicious homemade popsicles that you wouldn't be able to have normally if you were camping because you wouldn't have access to a freezer.
Oh, that's a great idea. And you could also, if you don't have the popsicle molds or whatever, you could also kind of improvise with like ice cube trays, right?
Yes, works just as well. So now, what is camping without s'mores, right? I love s'mores. Do you like s'mores?
I love them too. And yours look very, very fancy.
I honestly just added some banana and some natural peanut butter to give it something a little bit extra, a little different. But the nice thing about making them in your oven or your toaster oven is you're less likely to burn them than if you were doing it on an actual campfire. I burned a lot of marshmallows when I'm camping. So it's a nice way you can control the heat and you can just wait for some nice browning so that it's good. You want to make sure you keep an eye on them, maybe 1 to 2 minutes in your toaster oven.
Okay, that's a great idea. And so then this is a good way too of getting the kids involved and helping them make the things because you don't have to worry, they're not over an open fire kind of thing. So maybe it's a good intro to camping if you don't go camping already.
Yes, no, definitely it is. And one thing you can also do is if you're inside, is you have outdoor scented candles. Obviously, you're not going to light it close to your fort or your tent, but it adds an extra smell of like pine or something just to make you think that you're like outside more or that you're actually camping.
Pull out the ones from Christmas time, yes. Okay, Michelle, some great advice there. Happy camping inside in your backyard.
Thank you. Same to you, Annette.